As spawning in the top left-hand corner of Oceanborn, we have the French Terran player, the blue Terran representing Team Liquid. It is Clem. And spawning in the bottom right-hand corner, we have his opponent. We have the red Protoss player representing Gen G Esports. It is Trap. Again, it's been very impressive to see the growth of Trap as a player, but before I get into that, if you're in the chat, predictions. Predictions are open. Place your bets on who you think will take the series. Best of luck. Best of luck in the chat as you get your gamma going. But again, as we have said, like the Clem versus MaxX pattern has been broken quite a lot over the past 2 months. It's been really cool to see like different players kind of make that happen, whether it's players like Shin or Byun or Gumiho. It has been really fascinating to see, you know, which one. Rex even, if you remember, it was like, what, like 4 weeks ago where Rex took down MaxPax like in the round of 16 or the round of 32. Like some crazy results. It's always exciting to see more players be more competitive against these other top players. Of course, Clem is still favored, 100%. He's still favored, but we'll see if Trap can be one of those other players that can cause that upset. We shall see. Can rise to the challenge. For now, eBay block here on the low ground to try and force the unnatural natural. Trap will be able to get eyes on this a little bit sooner, and he does pull the boys. Yeah, he pulls the boys. His goal here is to force a cancel and to eventually take a more delayed expansion. So a nice start for Clem. He will force just a more inefficient start. Likewise, Clem will have to go factory before CC because he has to afford the eBay. As the SCV does arrive once again. Getting a little bit of extra progression on the eBay. Zealot gets forced out, and eventually Trap will expand. Eventually. Likewise, Trap moving out across the map. I have my eyes on the probe. Do we set up a proxy? Do we throw down a pylon? Clem getting a CC up and running on the high ground. Zealot is moving out. And with this setup, Clem is getting into his 1-1-1, not going for the add-on swap with the factory, initial Widow Mine, and getting ready for, I would imagine, drop play. As the Zealot is waddling in. The Mine Shot. Mine Shot takes down the Zealot. So nicely done here by Clem. Stalker has arrived. Trap opening up Stargate. And even though we saw Phoenix play earlier for MaxPax against Byun, I'm curious if Trap does the same or if Trap is going to be opening up Oracle instead. What's it going to be? Trap for many, many years, he was known as the Wing Commander, known for his Phoenix play specifically. We've even seen Trap have some insane Oracle micro in PvZ, just pull Zerg players apart. We've been fortunate enough to see that during these online events. But it is going to be the Phoenix. Okay, Phoenix opener here from our Protoss. Looking to gain map control. And I would imagine work towards Phoenix Colossus. I mean, Charge is also a viable option. But less common. As the probe does get eyes on the drop. And Clem moves out. You can see Trap trying to intercept that medevac. And he does barely glimpse it. Trap rotating, trying to keep up. The drop is revealed back at home by the pylon. Trap is aware. Pylon does go down. Trap still sharking around. Gets eyes on the Hellion. So nice pickup. Hellion falls, does confirm saturation, and behind this Trap, ooh, is actually not going for the Robo, not yet. Trap setting up for a faster third. Bold move. Bold move out of Trap, assuming he does go Nexus before Robo. I mean, he hasn't taken gases. Oh, the bait! Oof. Marshall goes off, Phoenix goes down, massive pickoff. And Clem luring him in. Trap does at least get the Liberator though, so a bit of a give and take. And we have confirmation Trap is cutting corners. Bold move is rushing into that Nexus, which means Trap doesn't really have much of a ground army. This means no Robo, no Immortal. Clem is moving out, and Trap is vulnerable. Uh-oh. Trap, he's got half the army supply. Bleeds out a Stalker. Clem pushing out. And I don't think Trap can hold on to this base. We'll see. We'll see if he can. As Trap was so greedy this game. Army moves out. We see Trap trying to slow him down. Tanks are sieging up within range of the Nexus. And yeah, there's no saving this. No shot. Yeah, the base is cancelled. A brutal pickoff. And remember, Trap, he delayed his tech for that third. And now his tech is just delayed. There is no benefits. See, Phoenix is trying to catch reinforcements. One piece goes down. Clemmy keeps pushing. There's the overcharge. It does maintain his position a little bit longer. One tank does barely go down. Trappy's holding the power of the overcharge. It looks like he'll barely get another tank, but the Marines, they push in, they start to step forward. Clemmy barely has enough to push us back. The boys are being pulled. And this didn't have to end the game, but it's doing some critical damage. Takes down both Stalkers, 2 more probes. Clem now pulls back. And back at home, Clem is working towards Stim, +1, combat shields, 3rd CC's on the way. Clem is looking quite comfortable. Right now, there's so much pressure on Trap, and again, winding it back, the reason why Trap had so little to defend is because he delayed his gases, he delayed his tech, his robo, his Twilight Council, everything in favor of a 3rd Nexus, and he was punished for it. It was a crazy move from Trap. Did it get away with it in the end? At least Trap isn't dead, but he soon will be if he doesn't do something here to bounce back. Whether it's economic damage, whether it's catching out some of the medevacs. Just trading as efficiently as possible. He will catch out 2 Widow Mines. Not a bad start. 2 Widow Mines go down. Trap setting up a proxy. Is rebuilding his 3rd. But now has charge. So is embracing Charge Archon. Sorry, Charge Phoenix. Into eventually Archon production. And Storm. He's getting there. Meanwhile, Clem establishing his own 3rd. Before the 3rd of Trap is even done. And Clem is pushing. I mean, there's no reason not to. He's moving out. This time he's got +1. He's got Stim. He's got all these upgrades. Phoenix and Zelsa do threaten the 3rd. Trap is hoping that Clem turns around. He will. Not bad. Then he turns back around. But Trap is not really accomplishing too much. He does get a couple of SCVs. It's 9 SCV kills. Hoping to force some friendly fire. Does delay the push, drags the entire army back home. And Trappy's buying time. He's buying time to work towards more shield batteries, overcharge, more Archon production as well, extra warp ins. And not a bad move by Trap. Did work out well for him. But Clem still has a lead. He's not out of the woods yet. Once again, they threaten the 3rd. Trap moves out. I would imagine Trap's ideal is catching the army out in the center of the map. He does spot the main army of Clem, and he's actually going towards that natural. This is quite committed here from the Protoss. This I'm less certain about. As Clem, I'm sure he's more than happy to engage. It takes down the Zealots, goes for the Archons. This is not a fight that Trap can win. Does at least escape with most of the with both the Archons. Does get away. But Trap, he bled out a lot of Zealots there. Trying to get a 4th up and running. Now taking into a bay in towards Colossus. No Storm for Trap. What I will say is that thanks to the aggression of Trap, Clem has been stuck at home. True, he hasn't been able to move out, but eventually he will. And that eventuality might just be upon us. I think it's here. He catches the Warp Prism, brutal pickoff. Trap, you will catch a couple of ghosts. One ghost goes down. Oh, just the one. You can see Trap trying to set up a surround or a flank. But he just doesn't have the supply to work with. If he can maybe force some friendly fire from the Widow Mines, then maybe. Here we go, Trap coming in for the surround. Mine just going up. Celeste takes him to the face. The Archons, they break through. Not bad. Not a bad engage here from Trap at all. Does hold, does survive, doesn't really lose any of his Archons. So a very nice engagement. Forces Clem back. And Trap needs to do that like 2 more times. if he can do that twice, like 2 more times, then he can recover. Colossus are amassing. Zell's trying to catch reinforcements. And they will. Order goes down. I spread here for a Trap. Oh. And Trap is going to have to try to fight head on instead. There's not that much fire here though. The ghosts are exposed. He gets 4. 4 ghosts go down. Zell said distract the reinforcements. Once again, that was a better trade, the better engagement for Trap. Catching 4 ghosts. Which is nice, but he still needs more. Is building up towards 3 Colossus. 3rd Colossus on the way. Trying to catch that final ghost, does get it. But here come the reinforcements. Clem comes in from behind, comes in for a flank. This is not the fight to take. Trap, it looks like he has overextended. Vikings, they shut down the Prism, the Colossus, all the splash damage. Again, it was impressive that Trap was able to survive as long as he did, but only for so long. And now the Vikings land. Clem can snowball from here. Another Colossus has arrived, just in time. Trap once again, he's barely holding on. As I say that, these are still brutal trades. Clem can afford them, Trap less so. Chasing down the final Colossus. GG gets called as just too much, and Clem will take game number 1. GG. GG, well played again. It was just a very rough start for Trap. Winding it back, as a reminder, Trap went for a very greedy build. He went for a Stargate opener Phoenix into a 3rd Nexus before any tech, before his gases. So very greedy play. That is why basically Trap had nothing to protect his 3rd. He was caught with his pants down, and from that moment, I mean, again, Trap, he had delayed everything to get a faster 3rd because the 3rd was denied. He had nothing. He had nothing in the follow-up either, so Clem, he just snowballed from there. Trap did have some better fights, 100%. It was very impressive. Trap, despite it being down in army supply and down in almost every aspect, he was able to out-trade and out-position Clem a couple of times and be able to just, take better engagements overall, but it only helped him survive for so long. It wasn't enough to overcome the deficit that he had accumulated there. And in the end, Clem still took it. GG. GG, well played. We'll see what Trap has in store for us this time, as we're getting ready for game number 2. Going to be loading into Ghost River. Let's go. Let us go. A much smaller map. I don't expect Phoenix play. I don't expect a Stargate. But we'll see. As we're going to be spawning into a very small map, known for aggression, favors aggression as well. And we'll see who's going to try to take that role, either Clem or Trap. Alright, I forgot. True. Sorry, but yes, I'm just catching up in the chat. But thank you, Papa, thank you. Is my birthday. It ticked over to my birthday during the round of 16, I think. When we were casting Estrella. I think Estrella versus Max was maybe Trigger versus Max. Sorry, I forgot. But yes, it is at 2:30 a.m. in the morning. 2:30 a.m. We've ticked over to the 29th of October. Thank you. Is my birthday. Gracias. What are my plans for my birthday? Cast. Just cast all day. Covering this event and of course the Pigosaur Cup later on as well. All the casting. Like we always do. But here we go. We're getting into game number 2. And spawning in the top right-hand corner of a Ghost River, we have the French Terran player, the Red Terran representing Team Liquid. Leading the series 1-0. It is Clem. God, thank you so much, Chunky. Thank you for the gifted subs. We appreciate it. Gracias. As spawning in the top left-hand corner, we have as opponent, we have the South Korean Protoss player, the Blue Protoss representing Gen G Esports. It is Trap. Gracias. Now, later today, we only have one cast, so I'm probably going to stream after the Pigosaur Cup. So I'm probably going to have like a birthday stream. We'll see what we do. I'm not gonna ladder all day. No shot. No, I can't. We're probably gonna be like a ladder stream and then probably another game. I'm not too sure what, but we'll come up with something. Find something to play, something to stream. That'll be my plan for, I guess, later today. Gracias. I forgot. Yeah, I remember during the break, and then I forgot. I mean, we've been busy. We've been casting. As Trap is being as annoying as possible, does delay the CC. Likewise, behind this is going to be a gate expand setup into a Cybercore. Standard setup here by Trap. Oh, thank you, Jace. Oh, Jason, thank you so much. Jason Ace Jack, thank you so much for subscribing for the first time. Thank you. We appreciate the support. I mean, thanks to all the support that we get on the channel, we're able to host our tournaments and fund our events. All the money that we make on Twitch does head towards, or does go towards Sea Duckling Open, Masters 1 Open, and Sparkling Tuna Cup as well. So thank you. All goes towards our tournaments. Yeah. And we have our tech of choice, Trap. This time not going for a Stargate, this time going for a Twilight Council. Okay, now I imagine this is going to be for Blink, but my eyes are on this probe. I'm curious if we set up for a proxy pylon. Are we crazy enough to open up Dark Shrine? Are we that wild? Or is it just going to be Blink? We'll see. There we go, Blink is on the way, so nothing too fancy. Likewise, Clem getting into his own 1-1-1. Clem did skip his SCV scout, he skipped his Reaper scout, so no scouting information. That's why Clem is opening up Marine into Cyclone, just to be safe and secure against anything coming his way. Chema. Happy casting, happy birthday, yeah. No. Always, papi, always. Siempre. Yeah, nothing special planned. I mean, I will be making ceviche, of course. My favorite food. Ceviche. That'll be our food tomorrow. Oh, as we do end up trading a Stalker for a Cyclone. Not the worst trade here for Trap. Does catch a Cyclone, working towards Blink. How many gateways? That's a big question. 3. 3 gate setup here from Trap. So 3 gate Blink into a third. Very safe play this time from our Protoss player. As a reminder, last game, Trap was hyper greedy, was punished for it. This time, less so. But Clem is still aggressive nonetheless, moving out with not just Marines, but with a Cyclone drop as well. But it's a tank drop. And we'll see if Clem can deny the third. Trap out of position. Is a bit out of position. A lot of hits go off here on the Nexus. Reinforcements have arrived. Stalkers, they can't fully engage. Nice kiting, though, out of Trap. And the base is cancelled. And brutal pickoff. Blink does finish up and Trappy CranKy back. But Clem got what he wanted. All he wanted was a cancel. Was a cancel on the third. He even catches a Stalker. Oh, but the juggling. That's Clem. Tanks a Stalker shot. Oh. Pulls away, saves the Cyclone, tank does siege. No, the Blink! No! Oh, he gets punished. Trap, no, not like this. Bleeds out a Stalker, does survive, does get away. And will Clem keep pushing? Yeah, he will. The answer is yes. Of course it is. He's moving at him, and again, the Stalkers are so low. Doesn't push forward. Will reinforce. Third base is being rebuilt. Observer does spot the main army. Trap coming in from behind. He wants those tanks. He wants them. He gets one. Oh my, never mind. Clem, calm down. Saves the tank. Pulls away. At least Trap is able to kite this all the way back home, but will be punished. That's going to be 3 more Stalkers going down. Oh, brutal losses. Brutal losses here for Trap. Losing so many Stalkers. Another Stalker falls. And that means Trap, he barely has an army left to defend. Raven gets saved. Another Stalker goes down. That's how many? 9 Stalker kills already. And he has how many left? 7. 7 remaining. Coming in from behind, catching a tank. Not bad. Oh my god. I keep speaking too soon. Clem not losing a single tank. He saves them. Keeps going. Now he's getting within range of the expansion. One tank finally goes down. Oh, so will the other. And Clem overextending. Gets the Immortal. 3 tanks do fall. Finally, Trap, he will clean this up. But Clem is more than happy to trade. Getting more Stalkers once again. And Trap holds. Trap does hold. Behind this, Clem is getting into his own third TC. Getting into his own stim. Bio-tank production. Now, what I will say, even though Clem did kill a lot of Stalkers and an Immortal, he also lost 3 tanks. Like, that was still a big commitment from Clem. Upon losing all those tanks, he has now lost a lot of his pushing power. So now Clem is stuck at home, and Trap has breathing room. And now is the time for Trap to take a 4th. Take a 4th base to take up, throw down his production. Trap can now stabilize and get into this game. It was an intense early game, don't get me wrong, it was very intense. But now he should be safe. I say that stim did just finish. Tank count is building up. The first 2 medevacs are on the way. And Clem can try to be active once again. We spoke about it before, but we are on Ghost River, of course. Very small map. Aggression is favored just because it takes so little time for reinforcements to get across the map. But Clem doesn't push. Okay. He just repositions. He's ready to receive. Which means Trap can expand. He can expand, he can get this 4th base up and running. Extend thermal lance on the way. Is building up. What kind of fish do you use for ceviche? Abasa, papi, basa. Ah. Is our go-to, usually. It's very soft. It's a very soft fish. But yeah, from here, Trap, he is going to be stabilizing, getting into his 4-base economy, building up his Colossus. Now he's on 2. Clem will scout, will confirm, as Trap moves out. Does gain map control, and we can see Trap trying to distract Clem. The purpose here shouldn't be for Trap to break this position, it should just be to keep Clem's attention here at the 3rd while he comes in with the drop. Nice wipes. Gets a couple of Marines. Gets a Marauder as well. Couple of straight units. Picks up Widowmine. The drop is denied. There is a turret in position. This will delay Trap. Clem, he does notice, does respond. SCVs are going to be going down. Zealot dropping to the natural. Trap rotating over, gets a free tank. Not bad. Tank goes down. Trap pulls back, getting 11 SCVs. Oh my god. Again, doing very nicely here, getting up to 16 SCV kills Delta, so we can have it here at the natural. Mineral line goes down. And again, just using his main army to distract, to posture, and to allow for that to happen. Meanwhile, now Trappy's on a 4-base economy, reinforcing with disruptors, making 2 disruptors at a time with double robo. He's holding his own. I will say this army is quite fragile for Trap, so he has to be very careful. Doesn't want to get caught out. There it goes up. Just going to be zoning. Clem does catch the observer, getting his own 4th base. And the game might just settle from here. Ghost River, as small as it is, does lead to a lot of longer game states just because of how easy it is to cut in half. I'm specifically referring to all these choke points here towards the natural, outside of the 3rd, even here as well, just so much high ground to take advantage of. It's so difficult to push in. So we're just mass expanding. 5th base on the way for Trap. Clem is being active. Looking for a way in. The army is spotted. Oh, here come the Novas! Clem! Ooh, massive Nova connections. Yeah, Ghost and Marauders go down. And Clem does get caught out. That was a better trade for Trap. Has to pull away though. Clem on the chase. He gets 1 disruptor. Just the 1. Trap does get away. At the same time, DTs, they waddle into the main base. SCVs are falling. Again, just forcing Clem all the way back home. 4 CV kills. Raven getting scored out, finally. And the harass continues. Not dealing any damage here at the 3rd, but he does get eyes on the main army. Trap is aware. Spots the main army, getting in position. How many disruptors? 4. 4 Novas are available. Trap, he does get... Oh, Clem does get spotted. First Nova goes off. There's 3 Novas left. Speaking of, takes down a good chunk of Marauders. 2 more Novas. Oh my god, massive connection. Clem does walk into it. So many Marauders there. Not too many Ghosts though. The Ghosts, for the most part, do survive. Clem going for a double drop. Ooh, EMPs the Nexus. No recall. And the Nexus does go down. At the same time, DTs, they hit the 3rd, SCVs are falling, but Trap lost his 5th. Lost the 5th base. Does get away. And Trappy has to keep some supply committed here to defend. These Stalkers are pinned back home. I'm still being active. Trap for now is unaware of the army location. He is soon to be revealed. Trap pushing right through the center, going for the natural. Clem out of position. Uh-oh. And Trap, he's going for the kill. He's going for the natural. Clem still needs more time. Nova's going off, catching some Marauders. Trap, he doesn't risk it. He backs off. Getting caught in an awkward position. Yeah, Disruptor goes down. Massive pickoff. Up. Not a bad Nova. Yeah, so many Disruptors going down. Trap, he did overextend. That's going to be 3 more Disruptors. He's down to 1. Oh. And with only 1 Disruptor, that's not going to be enough. That will not stop Clem. He knows. He smells blood in the water. The force fields will slow him down. Again, this choke point is brutal. All it takes is 1 force field. Clem, he rotates. Let's rotate instead. Trappy's given time to warp in. As another base goes down, double drop comes back in. The Stalkers, they were not left back at home. And Trappy's getting pulled apart. We'll defend the southern expansion, but that's going to be 12 probe kills and a Nexus. So better trades for Clem. As a result, Clem, he's building up a bank. Trap is not. Just too many losses. At the same time, Trap, he's relentless with these run-bys. DTs, they blink into the main. They take down the Ghost. Very nicely done. Yeah, the Ghost ball, we came with the production. Zealots and DTs. At the same time, the main armies do clash. Trap trying to catch Clem out. Novas, they will connect. Oh my god. Yeah, some brutal connections. Clem, he has to back up, leading out most of his Marauders, most of his Ghosts, and he's being pulled apart. And Trappy's still popping up. Oh my god. Clem does plummet in supply. Trappy can't break this into base, so he goes for the third. Just goes for the third base instead. Going for the fourth even. Bold move here by Trap. Disruptor goes down. Massive pickup. Nova does not connect either. Trap is going to lose these Stalkers, but he does get the base. So it might just be worth it. CC goes down. 14 SCVs as well. This is not a clean trade for Trap. He bleeds out most of his army. Disruptors. Most of his Stalkers. Most of his Zealots. So both players, they fall in supply. But Trap has 71 probes. And Clem, he's down to 47 SCVs. What I'm getting at is that Trap can replenish the army. He can rebuild. Clem less so. But where are those Disruptors? That's the biggest thing here as the Ghosts are getting caught out. Oh my god, that's what, 4 Ghosts going down. Who needs Disruptors? Who needs them? As Trappy just warps an extra wave of Zealots. He can't just keep going. Clem down to 1 Ghost with his main army. And once again, Clem out of position. Trap going for the natural, going for the main. Splits up his army, Zealots towards the production. Once again, catching out 3 more Ghosts. Drops are coming in. And I'm just not so sure that Clem can keep up. Not anymore. And the Viking count was reset. Colossus, they have their place once again. The Zealot run into the main was cleaned up. Uh-oh. Trap getting caught out. And he has to get the hell out of here. Trap beating out his Colossus. Stalkers are going down as well. This is not a good fight for Trap. Losing far too much, actually. And again, he never rebuilt his Disruptors. Stalkers, they get surrounded. Clem, he cleans everything up. No shot. He can keep going. Trap. Ay, ay, ay. He got too excited. Trap, he lost everything, and now Clem suddenly has an army, and Trap doesn't. Trap, he needs time to rebuild, and Trap, he was doing so well. He was actually doing so well, killing SCVs, killing bases, but this was not the place to be. And just like that, Clem, he has done it. Now we have gone back into Disruptor production, but it's too late. It's too late at this point for Trap. Ay, ay, ay. Yeah, just too many losses here too quickly. Trap, he lost the center base. Doesn't have the best economy. DTs are buying time. And that's what Trap needs. Okay, so winding it back here. If he can buy some time, if he can force back the main army of Clem and build up a bit of a higher Disruptor count, and if Trap can somehow land a Nova, if he can land a beautiful connection on the army, then potentially Trap can bounce back. There is a chance. If he can land the Novas, if he can buy time. I don't think Clem realizes how far ahead he is. Like, Clem is almost maxed. He's almost maxed out. He has almost double the supply of Trap. But if he gives Trap a little bit more time, then maybe. Trap trying to lure the army in. Never goes off, but this is not the connection he's really looking for. Trade's okay, but oh god, the Disruptor's gonna go down. Gets the Disruptor, gets the Stalkers. This is a better trade for Clem. Oof. You You could see Trap was trying to be cheeky. I mean, he's got mass disruptor. That's all he has. Just almost purely disruptor. And there's potential with that, but he's really relying on Clem to make mistakes. Here's what he's hoping for. Now we have freedom. Liberation has arrived. The freedom is here. Trap going for a counterattack instead, catching reinforcements. Does get a liberator. But this is still not a good trade for Trap. Ay, ay, ay. Expensive losses, losing Stalkers. Disruptors get caught out. There's 3 Disruptors left. Clem, he wants them. He sims in. No fear. Oh my god. He should have a little bit of fear. As 2 Novas connect, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. Clem, he can take him to the face. GG gets called, and Clem, he will take the series 2-0. Will advance on to the grand finals. GG. Oh my god. A wild game 2. Very crazy, very chaotic. Congratulations. Congratulations to Clem. Trap definitely had some amazing moments in this game, just out positioning and pulling Clem apart. Multiple times that Trap was able to camp the production and just drag the army out of position, force Clem into Novas, into disruptor shots as well. It was very impressive positional play that Trap had. But we saw there in one of the final fights that Trap, he was reinforcing not with any more disruptors, but with Colossus instead. And he found himself stuck in between the natural and the third, and he didn't realize just how much danger he was in. Clem, he collapsed in the army from both ends, from both sides, and Clem took an amazing fight, and he kind of took any kind of momentum that Trap had away from him. GG. GG, well played. Clem does take it, and with that, we are going to the grand finals. We're headed into those finals. It's going to be a best of 5 TvP between Clem and MaxPax. Let's go.